feeling
21-38483 is now called. There is a motion to revoke unadjudicated probation filed on June 27th, 2023. You are Christine Ann Bennett.
Yes.
Present with your attorney,
Yes.
Mr. Grove, and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are we going to do? Get to the bottom of it here, so we don't. So I can bless this or not. Go ahead. What are we going to do? What's our plan?
I believe, Judge, our plan is for her to be revoked and sentenced to 3 years in TDC based on a plea. And the counts.
I think you put 1 and 3.
I think, yes, sir. I think 1 and 3 would be sufficient. 1 is a failure report.
Let me ask something here. This allegation states that, among other things, the defendant owes a balance of $11,295 in fees and all. Is there restitution involved in any of this? No.
No, sir.
It
doesn't show on the probation order or the judgment that there's any restitution. There's no restitution on it.
Judges is the.
Yeah, right.
I think
She got high fast. The arrears.
I think she was behind $900 at the time of this, but the total for everything over the course of her probation would have been $11,295.
So she's been on probation since June of last year. So 15 months. And how much has she paid? Nothing? Not one thin dime? Can you explain that? Anybody? That's unheard of, really. I've got people who are homeless who pay. Let me see the percentage.
Judge, I don't have it
Here.
printed.
Just a second, I've been a copy of the
On probation, just a summary. How did the defendant move since June of last year? If anything, what did she do?
Nothing, Your Honor. You stop reporting. Looks like let's see. She last reported in October of 22.
And the Spindletop Center parenting courses,
Nothing was done, Your Honor.
anger management program,
No, sir.
any fees at all paid to?
No, sir.
Judge, I think some of the problems that Ms. Bennett has were due to some of the treatment she received at the Spindletop Center. She also, if you will note, her prior juvenile history shows that she had some problems mainly as a runaway and things of this nature, although this case was the first case she had besides a 1-year deferred that she received in 2022 for possession of controlled substance.
How did that work out, that probation?
What happened on your probation on the 2022 cut? Did you finish probation?
Can you pull that up on her probation, please, and say she did? Thank you.
Did they revoke you or did they?
There's Your Honor, if I may, there's currently a misdemeanor. Currently, there's an MTRP pending on that misdemeanor case. It was set for trial today, and that was reset to run with this case.
What's the MTRP say?
It alleges the same allegations as this one, Your Honor.
So how long was she on probation for that?
The same amount of
Same amount of time.
On the same day?
She was sentenced on that one on 6/17/22. And
It's close.
4 days later, I think she pled on that one.
Yeah.
I guess everybody's reviewed the pre-sentence report. I mean, that's a very disturbing thing. Here's the problem that I'm not satisfied with is that injury to a child is, well, let's see. How do you quantify the harm? You can't. And according to the pre-sentence report, the defendant got to a point from punching and other assaultive behavior to the child, was assaulting the child daily. Daily. Until finally somebody got the authorities into it to put a stop to it. So while on probation, I think we can safely say she did little or nothing to purge herself of the wrongdoing. She's certainly not a better person in handling responsibility. But I'm working back is for injury to a child, which is serious offense, but to have done literally nothing in toward at least showing that she would like to fix this mess and do some sort of penance here under the law. Nothing was done. I just find that this doesn't rise to me to be a low side of the equation resolvement. If anybody wants to add something before I turn this thing down and say, let's just have a hearing.
Judge, I think that probably Ms. Bennett realized that she could not complete probation, do the things that needed to be done due to her, I mean, I guess due to the situation she was in. And probably in retrospect, she should not have been placed on probation, but should have gone to TDC originally. Now, that's what I think she is trying to do. I don't think that she felt like she was fighting with probation, I believe. Although, Ms. Bennett, you might want to tell the judge why you didn't do more on probation.
I didn't have a babysitter for 8 kids. Nobody really watched my 8 children.
What you say? You're gonna have to speak more.
She has 8 children, Judge. And
I
she
was
didn't have,
always with the kids. I didn't have any babysitters who continue with those kids. I was constantly with my kids over there. I didn't have a babysitter too.
So you beat up the children?
I didn't beat up any kids. Let's he say she said no.
You pleaded guilty
They didn't say
to,
it. That's what I did to the kids.
are you finished?
Yes.
You pleaded guilty to this indictment. You said, I am guilty by striking the face of the child, punching the face. I'm sorry. Yes, you did. Is that the way you're going to respond? No, you didn't. We all know you did. Pull out. Make a copy of State's Exhibit 1 that was admitted into evidence when she pleaded guilty. Keep it up. This is no way of handling the sentencing for you by defiance. Fortunately, we have records of this hearing, your signature, and a transcript of the hearing that we do in every case, the thousands we have handled. And in it, you say, I am guilty. Under oath, I am guilty of the indictment and any lesser included offenses. And this indictment says, by striking the complainant's face. What are you shaking your head for? This is what the indictment says. Yes, it says that.
You know, told me I was indicted, sir. Never received any indictment for
Are you literate? Can you read? Some people can't, but you can read, can't you? Can you read? Okay, is that yes?
Sorry,
All right. Here. Read that highlighted yellow portion out loud, please. Read it out loud, please. It's in English. Read it out loud. The yellow highlighted portion, please.
So the top of the note that said that I
Read it out loud, please.
I read the charge and instrumental of my attorney has explained it to me. And I committed in every element of the element.
Uh-huh. And what else?
This here, the offense and the list are include offense changed the mention in the case. I swear they're all going to I give the truth. So
Under penalty of perjury.
I don't mind taking this to trial.
You waived a trial.
How is it?
You waived a trial. You pleaded guilty. I'm not taking this deal. We can certainly have a hearing if that's what anybody wants, but I'm not going to take a 3-year deal. You don't get a jury trial. It's just before me. It's only an issue on the probation revocation. And if you don't want to accept, if y'all can't work a deal out, then we're going to just set it for a hearing as soon as possible. These are just administration matters, and we can deal with these quickly enough. But I'm not accepting this deal, especially in the defiance of reality and the record, where the defendant is just stubbornly refusing to accept what has happened in her case. What do you want to do?
Judge, I think it's clear if the court's going to reject the plea agreement. You want to have a hearing by the judge for him to determine what you did, I guess. Is that right?
If y'all can't resolve it, between the parties, and I'm not accepting a 3-year. If you can't resolve it, we're just going to put it on a trial here, for a hearing on this motion. When can y'all be ready?
Of a week show.
2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Reset for 2 weeks for a hearing on this motion. That is all. Thank you.
Will you hand me my screen box?
I know you've done your part. It's not fair.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am?
How much longer will you suffer?
Ma'am, can you hear it?
No.
Okay.
Don't give up.
I have no patience for that.
Hold on
And trust me, out of the day, I'm sitting up here, I'm the one that needs a drink.